Okay, so I've already taken out all the stuff, put it in a bucket, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to drain this down to a very minimum amount, and I'm going to drain it into buckets to keep the water so that we don't have to restart the whole water cycle thing. And then I'm going to add the substrate and the soil and all the stuff back into the tank. So let's get started. Here's the tank, all emptied out. And in its new spot. It used to be over there. It looks so empty over there. Oh yeah, that's right, because that used to be there. Now it's time to put in some rocks and substrate. It's going to be glorious. Here are all the baby cichlids. Look at how cute they are. That's the tank water siphoned into here, and I scooped them out. Group by group. They're going to be so beautiful when they grow up. But right now they're just cute and clear. I'm using these rocks here. They came with the tank. That tank there, I got it for free on Craigslist with these rocks and a few other things. And this soil. I'll put a base layer of substrate at the bottom, giving the bacteria a place to live. There's been a change of plans. That's Miracle Grow potting mix. If I put that in there, because it's not organic potting soil, it'll probably kill the fish. So I'm not putting any soil in there. Aquasoil is too expensive, and I don't have, obviously, organic potting soil. If I had organic potting soil, I'd put just a very, very light coating of potting soil on top of this, and then I'd put the rest. When I say on top of this, I literally mean on top of this, just in this back area. And then I'd have a bunch of the plants being planted up here in the back area, so that the whole front area is all swim areas. So if you've got organic potting mix or Aquasoil, you could do that. But as for me, I'm just going to be putting in the gravel for now. Now that most all the rocks are in, I'm just going to take these and flick them away with my hand, put them in front of the glass, because it looks better. And there's not a bunch of gravel built up on the front of the glass. Sorry that the lighting's no good. So that's what that looks like. And if I had some Aquasoil or some organic potting soil, the organic potting soil is not fun to deal with, I've heard. Aquasoil is much easier. You really have to make sure that you seal it off. What I mean by that is you have to have that layer of rocks at the very bottom for the bacteria to live in, then a thin layer of potting soil, and then a layer of possibly rocks or sand. And if it's rocks, then sand on top of that, sealing it off so it doesn't find its way up and into the water to be floating all over the place. When I get some time, I'm going to go to the beach. There's always, well, every once in a while there's people there with big old piles of sand with a free sign on it, and I'm going to pick up some of that sand from the free piles, and I will be sealing this off with that sand. But for now, this is how it's going to be. That glare's no good, is it? Okay, so there we have it. There's the tank. You can barely see it, but most of the little babies are swimming around right in there. We've got our substrate up against the back, and you see how it's getting taller and taller as it goes to the back. It gives an illusion of more depth, and also gives you planting room in the back. That's a brand new Amazon sword there. I put a couple of rocks in there, gave them a swim through cave. We've got some different pieces of driftwood. The driftwood sat in H2O2 for about a month, colloidal silver and H2O2, or just colloidal silver for about a month. So that's 2 full months for getting rid of the H2O2 and colloidal silver to get rid of bacteria and things. And it also helps a lot of the tannins release. You probably can't tell because the lighting in this video is quite shoddy, but the tannins are still releasing. So water changes should help with that. And also a little bit of tannins from some pieces of wood and leaves are actually antibiotic, helpful, and some people like the darker look of the tank. Those are just spider plants that I had trimmed from my spider plants. You can see the other one behind the jungle there. Those are all trimmings from those guys, and I had them submerged. You can see back there I even have one planted, but I did some reading and found that the internet is saying that if you fully submerge a spider plant, the leaves will rot. So this is my experiment to see if that's true. However, you can fully submerge the roots, and as long as the leaves aren't fully submerged, it'll be just fine. So the rest of these guys, I just simply put this piece of driftwood here up against the back wall and wedge them all between there. And their roots can start to grow towards, you can't see the roots there, but they all more or less look like that. Can all start growing towards the water, reach into the water, and that symbiotic relationship of plant and fish can commence. So that's that. That's my update. Here are all my little babies. Wish I could get my camera to focus better on them, but there's so many different things to focus on at different levels with the glass and the water and the varying distances of the things inside the tank. It's difficult to get them to focus. I pray the Father blesses you if you've liked this video. Pray that the Father blesses me. Keep in touch, and thanks for watching. Be blessed. In the name of Yeshua, Messiah.